What's up, everybody? This is Ruben here, and I'm gonna get right to it, right? This video is intended to give a little bit of guidance and structure or some ideas on what every parent is dealing with this homeschooling idea, right? What they got to go through. So full disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I've talked to a lot of people in the education field. I got a lot of friends, and we talked about this issue. I thought it'd be something interesting to help out. Full disclaimer, my kids are grown up, and I don't got to deal with none of this stuff. Haha! Just saying, sucks to be you. However, that being said, let's jump right into this. You tell me what you think about this, okay? So number one, the foundation to doing all this, maybe this will be a lot easier for everybody to deal with, right? Number one, report card. Look at the report card. It gives you a snapshot into what your kids do know how to do good and what they have challenges on, right? And it gives you an idea of where you can focus on. If you can't spend 7, 8, 10 hours a day giving your kids instruction, you can focus on certain key elements, right? And you want to stick to the core standards, right? So the snapshot of the report cards will give you information in what direction you need to go and where you should focus your efforts on, right? If we're doing triage with education and we're saying, okay, we're not going to focus on this, we have to focus on that, because attention spans and so forth and so on, the report card is a good starting point for how you can get this train moving, right? If you're stalled out and your kid wants to just play video games and they're on vacation mode, keep on listening. Number one, report card, start there. Number two, what do you have at your disposal? What tools do you have? What do you have that can help you, right? Okay, so you start at home. Do you have a computer? Do you have a place for them to sit and read and watch videos and do homework? Do you have that, right? Do you need to carve out a little place in the kitchen table to do that stuff? Do you need to let them have some quiet time, right? Okay, those are factors, right? What do you have at your disposal at home, right? Do you have pen and notepad? Do you have plate? Do you got to have all that stuff, right? And then what did your school give you, right? What did they gave you packets, right? They gave you online logging into classroom stuff. Now, to the defense of the education system, they got bombarded with that. This is these are quick judgments that they're making. They're having to make fast decisions because of the nature of what's going on, right? So that's why I think that it helps if you look up the core standards and what they have to learn. Did they give your kid the right packet, right? You got to pay attention to that. It's possible that there could be a mix-up. They're printing out thousands and thousands of pages to try to help your child, to try to keep your child on that educational path of success, right? So what did they give you, right? So for state standards, for every state, you look up your state on the Common Core standard. There's a website. I'm going to put the link in there, right? So that way it can help you out. I'm going to put the link in there and you can check your state to see, and you can dig in there. You can see what state, and maybe I'll make another video where we dive into that, where what state, whatever state you live in. I live in California, whatever state you live in, and you can see what the requirements are. So maybe it can give you an idea of where you need to go if you're going to have them look up additional information or figure out different things. You can keep them busy with other stuff. You can have them Google search, Common Core 3rd grade math, and you'd be surprised how many videos will show up, and you can have them watch those. Say, look, you need to watch 4 or 5 of those videos, and it will help, right? Anything that will help educational wise, you got to just keep throwing it out there, keep trying, adapting and trying. That's number 2. What do you have at your disposal? Number 3, right? Scheduling, right? We want to be as consistent as possible, right? Kids are used to structure, right? Kids thrive when they have consistency, right? In any single thing, right? When you wake up every day, what does a kid do? He wakes up, gets dressed, watches TV, eats food, goes to class. First class is this, second class is that, recess is there. They're used to that whole structure, right? So you want to try to recreate that as much as possible. Use timers and make it very clear. This is what the structure is going to be. You can even write a calendar. Okay, kids, this is what we're going to do every day. This is the calendar for this week. We're going to wake up in the morning, eat some breakfast. After breakfast, we're going to wait 5 minutes, and then we're going to study for 2 hours, and then you guys can play video games. So if you're good and you do what you're supposed to do, then we can do that. You have to focus, and we're going to learn on these subjects today. Tomorrow, we're going to learn about this subject, right? If you create like a little schedule, a little snapshot, and if you can even write something up, the kids can look at it, and they can say, what are we doing today, Mom? Look at the schedule. And that would help you because that's what they do at schools, right? So scheduling. Use timers, egg timers on your phone. You can access that type of information. You can access the consistency with that. That would help kids focus. It will bring everything down a level instead of having everything just to be everywhere. And a lot of parents are working from home and they're expected to log in and do this. So this scheduling stuff would help parents have focused education where they say, okay, we'll go study right now, study later. I don't want to study. You create a schedule. It will help calm a lot of stuff down, right? No, and so those are the three main things I think that would help anybody, right? And don't go crazy and beat your kid up if they can't read for 7 hours, right? Be realistic in your expectations and start it off where you observe what's going on and what are the results, right? If you're not having any results where you tell your kid, I need you to read for 5 hours straight, and they're not going to read for 5 hours straight. Kids have low attention spans in this today and age of computers, and you got to put yourself in your kid's perspective where they're not used to this inconsistency. All this stuff is about inconsistency. That's why the stuff that I outlined helps you bring it to a little bit of consistency, and it helps normalize some of what we're going on, because everybody has to adapt to the situation. Jobs, everything's in flux right now. So the more consistent you can be, the more structured you can be, it will bring down the stress level. You won't be so upset when your kid doesn't comply with everything. When you notice that your kid is not paying attention anymore. It happens. Don't beat them up. Be the positive hype man that you need to be for this, right? Be the positive attitude. You gotta be excited about it. You gotta put yourself in that kid's shoes and be like, what's gonna get him excited? Okay, kids, we're gonna go eat breakfast. We're gonna eat everybody's favorite breakfast today. And guess what we're gonna do? We know what the schedule is. We're gonna do 45 minutes of learning, give you a 10-minute break. So we're gonna go do 45 minutes or more, whatever the schedule is. Be consistent, and don't be trying to have your kids do homework at 10 p.m. Don't give them homework right before they gotta go to bed. It's just not going to work, right? Because kids need rest. They don't need to be depleted mentally, right? They're already going through a lot of stress with this, because this is this situation is kind of unsettling for them, right? So again, I'm no expert. This is my opinion of it. Again, I don't have to deal with any of this stuff. I thought this video would help everybody. I know this is a very stressful time right now. Everybody's all over the place with it. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. I want to hear your feedback. Tell me, hey, look it, dummy. Hey, look it. You don't know what you're talking about. And tell me why. Maybe I'll make another video amending this, and I'll provide some more information that would help out. The whole purpose of this is a useful tool that maybe somebody can take advantage of and benefit from. That's all it is. Thanks for watching. Do the YouTube obligatory like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. I'm probably going to be putting another video out pretty soon. Tell me what you guys think.